All right, guys. So in this video, we're going to talk about hospital indemnity coverage. And this is a really awesome product because it allows us to cover the gaps that Medicare Advantage has. So when you talk about original Medicare versus Part C, in original Medicare, they don't have dental or vision, but pretty much anything when they go to the doctor is covered. But in Medicare Advantage plans, they have a lot more co-payments. They have skilled nursing facility co-payment. They have ambulance. They have hospital co-payments. They have all these different co-payments, and those co-payments are what's going to cause them to hit their maximum out of pocket if they have a bad health year. So let's say you have someone that wants the benefits of a Medicare Advantage plan where it's lower payments, they have dental and vision included, but they also want to protect against the risks of having to pay larger co-payments if they go to the hospital or an issue like that comes up. Or, for example, you have someone who has been tired of paying a supplement plan for many, many years. Maybe they're in a plan F and they're in their late 70s and they don't have really that good of health to be able to switch to a cheaper supplement plan. They want to go to an Advantage plan. Another way to take some of that money they're paying and put it towards some good use is a hospital indemnity plan, because that covers gaps of Medicare Advantage. So let's go through it and show you exactly what I mean. First and foremost, let's pull up a plan. So for example, let's say a client has, like, this is something an actual client of mine has. They got the Premier Plus. I switched them from a plan F. They wanted lower payments and they liked the dental and the vision of this plan. But with this plan, they are going to have a $200 per day copayment for days 1 through 7 if they go to the hospital. They're going to have a skilled nursing facility copayment of $220 per day and then $196 per day for days 1 through 20. Emergency room, if they're in the hospital, they pay $110. Ambulance, $265. Surgery, $250 copayment, and some other major things. That's pretty much it. And then with all Medicare Advantage plans, they pay 20% of the Part B premiums for chemotherapy. So if they get cancer, they're basically paying 20% of the bills up until their maximum out of pocket. So let's see how we can use this plan, right? For my client, they were paying 200 something a month. Between her and her husband, they were paying $900 a month for their plan Fs. And so I got them each Medicare Advantage prescription drug plans through Aetna PPO so they could see their doctors, $39 for each of them. And then we went in and did a Guaranteed Trust Life Hospital Indemnity plan. So once you're contracted with Guaranteed Trust, you'll be able to go in and go to their agent portal. You'll click quote and submit. And then you're going to come in here and enter in the client's information. Now, I just put in my wife and I's info, and then I'm going to put in their birth dates. I just put in random birth dates, and then the effective date. So you can put it on the first of the following month or whenever the client wants to make their first payment. And then I choose Illinois, and then I'll go next. So I'm going to choose the Advantage Plus program, and then it's going to come up. Now, I would click this if I wanted to do it for a spouse, and I'm just going to say I would enter all of the information in exactly the same. So I'm just going to do it this way. So number of benefit period days. So if we go back, we remember for the hospital, it's days 1 through 7, right? So if we go in here, days 1 through 7, daily hospital confinement. And if you want, you can adjust this however. So I can put $300 a day. That means if they go to the hospital and they send in that bill, they're going to get $300 a day back, but they'll only have to pay $250. So they're actually making $50 a day in that situation. So if they're not really too worried about price, you can get them a little bit more. If they are, you can do it exactly tailored to their situation. The ambulance copay, if I remember, was $265. So we could do $300 every time they take an ambulance. Normally I got to look into the summary of benefits, but outpatient therapy is normally like a $30 per day co-payment. Skilled nursing days. So you have two options here. You can cover days 1 through 50. So that means, let's say if I do $200 a day for days 1 through 50, they only have to pay $20 a day for days 1 through 20. So let's say they're only in a skilled nursing facility for 20 days. Well, they only have to pay 20 times 2,400. but they're going to get back 20 times 200. So they're going to get back 4,000 in that situation. So you can see here, if I do it for days 21 through 100, it was $22 for 1 through 50. But if I do 21 through 100, instead of $22, it is going to be less expensive, $16. So you can see the difference there. This is more likely they'd have to pay out, whereas this one is less likely they'd have to pay out as much, but this can cover risk. So with all of this quoting tool, you can tailor to your client. You do not have to put skilled nursing. You could put any dollar amount. You can tailor it. If they only want to spend $50, you can change it however, but I'm going to build it out just so you can see exactly covering everything. So you can do lump sum cancer rider, 100% reoccurrence. That just means if they get cancer and then 2-3 years later they get cancer again, it'll pay out again. So for this plan, their maximum out of pocket for the year is $3,100. And if they go out of network, it's $5,400. So what I'm going to do is if they get cancer, they're just going to get a lump sum payment of $5,000. That'll cover all their maximum out of pocket for the year. And it has reoccurrence, so they'll be able to get that as well. These other riders aren't too necessary. Their copayment for surgery was $250, so you could do $250, you can do $500. But again, we're just doing the bare minimum. So in this situation, it would cost this client $72 to cover all of their bases when it comes to this plan. So sometimes people might say, oh, I don't want the surgery rider or the outpatient therapy rider, and I do not want the skilled nursing. Well, then that's going to lower our payment all the way down to $50. And most people, that's appropriate for them. So this is a really great product, and you can add a spouse, and then you can do all the same things to enter it again. But it is a really great product to cover the bases of a Medicare Advantage plan. And in some houses, you might go in and they already have their life insurance taken care of. They already have a Medicare Advantage plan. They might say, oh, I'm all good. And you could say, well, did somebody go through your copayments with you? Did you know you'd have to pay this amount when you go to the hospital? Did you know you have to pay $300 if you ever need an ambulance? Did you know that and this and that? No, you didn't? Oh my gosh. Well, I can show you a plan to cover all your bases. Those are, you're paying $0 right now. You might as well pay $50 a month just to cover everything so that you never actually have to pay for anything. How's that sound? And most people, if they are risk averse, they're going to like the sound of that. And this might be a good option for them. It's a nice little product. I think it pays like 45 or 50% commission. It's nothing crazy, but it is a great product and really a must have if you have a Medicare Advantage plan, because all it takes is, using this 1 or 2 times and it pays for itself. So fantastic product. Hospital indemnity program. You want to make sure you educate your clients on the importance of covering all of their bases when it comes to the copays, the significant ones that most people use when it comes to this plan. So that's all I have for you for this video. That is hospital indemnity coverage. Great option to use when people have Medicare Advantage plans, and we will see you in the next one.